Welcome to today's video. We're using this kit from Glam Planner. I bought it a very long time ago, so I do not know the name of it, but I'm showing you guys all of the kit, all of the extras. I did buy a second bottom washi page because I was going to use the remaining of the kit in my A5, which I will be doing for this next coming week that I'm doing this voiceover. I'm going to show you all of the things that I got and the dowel that I plan on using, and then I'll be back to kind of talk about the base. All right, y'all. So here is the base. I actually was going through my stuff and I saw these, and I want to put these dotted like dividers underneath the full boxes since I got like the little dotted ones down here. So I'm gonna do that as I tell you what I did. This really simple. As you see, this isn't a like one of the, I guess, more frequently found kit types that you'll see on my channel here. So I put down all of my full boxes, and then for the top there, I was kind of mad because I felt like I was like maybe missing one or two, really missing one or two the little dots, but I took the dots and then some dot clusters and just put them at top, up on the top. I didn't want to use the date covers that came with the kit, which is like a pink color. And I got the binder from Glam Planner when she first like started selling foil. This is terrible. This thing just like rips all types of crazy. And what I ended up doing is just using, she had like, they are like technically like foil covers for her one style of date cover. So I just did that, and then I found some numbers. I think these are from Planner Face. Put them in there, use a flagged. October script is from the Pretty Pink Co. And then on the sidebar, I kept it really simple. I have my dial, put some florals at the bottom on the side of her. Dollars from Goldmine Coco. I did put a full box. I mean, a third box, I put a full box. And that's really it. I don't know if I'm going to add, I may or may not add the like skinny divider in between the boxes here. May or may not really sure. I may also put them up here too, especially since if I put it, I'm going to put it there as well. So I wanted to kind of be cohesive, but we'll kind of see where that goes. Let me put down the rest of these and then we can jump into the day by day. And there's a wiggle. Listen, being out as long, if you saw last week's plan with me, then you understand. We was tired, okay? And Monday I had to work, even though this was indigenous people day, and a lot of places were closed. My job was not, and I was on consults, so yeah, sis was struggling. I barely survived. I took 2 naps during the day. I had to wake up for an 8 o'clock meeting. Yeah, it was, So I marked at the top that I took 2 naps, and I used the Crafts by Thaowie sleeping mask icon. Then I took one of the rounded half boxes and I used the like actual laptop deco in the corner, and I put that work dragged because it did. I was suffering. I used a flag and then the flat iron icon from Crafts by Thaowie that I ended up pressing my hair out this day, and then I styled it. Loved how I did it. It's been a long time since I had pressed my own hair, and I was quite happy with the turnout. Now I just have to remember everything that I did because I'm going to be doing it again very soon at the time of this voiceover. So, but yeah, I liked it. Next, I then put I think that's a third box, I think, underneath there. That is to mark that I got ready for a banquet we were going to that night. I have to find, I remember I bought all these, I bought the baby icons from Crafts by Thaowie, and I also bought like some dresses, and I was going to use them to like mark on to some of these banquets. And I don't know what the hell I did with the damn icons. So I got to find them. So right now that box is very empty looking at me. But got ready for the banquet, and then afterwards, we went back to my husband's lodge hospitality room, and then the Grandmaster's hospitality room. Just just the fellowship, talk with people, that sort of thing. I was dog tired though. I said I don't even know how I'm gonna survive, because the next day on Tuesday, I had a 7 a.m. meeting and an 8 a.m. meeting. Normally the 7 a.m. meeting runs into the 8 o'clock one, but it was over sooner than later, so I was able to attend both of them. I don't even know how I survived. I really don't. But I knew this day where we were close to a mall, so I wanted to go to the mall. Never happened, but I told my husband that I wanted to drop him off at the conference so then I can run on like lunch to go to the mall. So I dropped him off in the morning, and then I went to Starbucks, which was like a couple of minutes away from where I dropped him off, to get some food. I got me some matcha because I needed to survive work, which was a whole mess. And then his other line brothers who wives were up there, they came to my room because we ended up extending our stay to Wednesday instead of Tuesday, and they didn't. So they came to my room to hang out with me while I worked. And then for lunch, we ended up going to District Taco, which was really good. They had like a nice chat. We was in there chatting it up. And I mean, we always end up chatting it up. Like, we've become close, since our husbands all got into the order together. So, by default, we were kind of put together, but we all do mesh well. And I think the funny part is we all are the same astronaut. We're all Aquariuses. I can't even talk. So it's quite interesting. But yeah, we had a good talk. And then the guys, they were finally done around 8 o'clock, which was so crazy that it took so long. So when we got there, we was like, all right, well, where are we going to go get food? Because we hungry. So all of us, we ended up going out to dinner at this place nearby. It was an Italian spot. It's also in the city where I live, but they actually have a location out there too where we were, which was nice. And they were all like, Joy, this was such a good choice. I said, oh, I know. Listen, I won't fail you on finding good food, okay? I promise you that. I promise you that. And then after that, we went back to the room and we just hung out. He tried to spend as much time with me as he could, just because of how busy he has been and how busy he will be. So, there was some others in our group that wanted to go elsewhere, but he said, no, I'm going to go and spend some time with my wife. So we went back to the room, and then that was Tuesday. Wednesday was a day of checking out, so I had to wake up from an 8 o'clock meeting. Then got dressed, started packing our bag. And while we was packing the bag, hubby put on Law and Order SVU. Y'all know how it is when you start watching the show and you get sucked in. I said, babe, turn the TV off because we will never get out of here. And then they be trying to charge us for another night. Like, it was craziness. So we turned the TV off, went and loaded up the car. And then he wanted to take a quick second to just decompress before hitting the road, because he actually needed, when we got back home, he was going to go to work. Hold 1 second. Gotta plug my laptop in. He needed to go back to work, so he just wanted a quick second to decompress before we headed back. So, we sat and we chatted. He kind of like talked to me about some things that happened at his conference. We just kind of talked about us, and we, talked about a little bit of everything. And then we hit the road, made it home. Once he unpacked the car, he ended up heading to work, like I said. While I was home, I ended up making some tofu nuggets for me to eat. And I just pretty much finished out my work day. And then for dinner, we had leftovers. I don't even know what the leftovers was. Oh, I think we had we had leftover food from the night before, so we ate that for dinner. On Thursday, it was my grandma's birthday, so I marked that. And I got the freebie. It's an older freebie now, but it was Shanice's freebie from Planners and Tacos from Sadie stickers. They had like the balloons on there and like the little celebratory things. I said, well, that just came in clutch. So I used the balloons from her freebie and some of the little streamer things to mark it. And then the birthday script is from Letters to Apollo. I did work in the office that day, so I just marked that using one of the labels. As you guys saw, I did change the box out, but it was like some big news for my husband that day, so I wanted to mark that a little special in comparison to the rest of the spread. Finished up the calls and emails because, work be stressing me out, and then we ordered takeout. Friday, I did work in the office again. It was just myself and my director in the office that day of our team. So she's like, you know what, we're gonna leave at 4:30. I said, I like you for that, right? No sooner did she say that, did all the shit hit the fan. So this little sticker I got is a patent from Goldmine Coco with all the papers flying. That's exactly how I felt. And I wrote, peace didn't last. And I don't know if you saw what I did, but she had like these little 3-heart checklist boxes in the kit. And I just used that as like an additional box. Because I felt like I was running out of like bigger boxes. Most of the stuff that is in this kit, which are like the littles, I don't really use them like that. So, or like little washi strips. So that came in clutch. I think I saw somebody do that trick before. So I said, oh, let me try that too. So yeah, I couldn't wait to get the hell off. So I got off, got home, took a second to just take a breath. And then we actually were meeting up with 2 other brothers and their wives as like a thank you dinner to us and kind of like celebrate the end of session and all the successes that happened and stuff like that. So, yeah, we went to Bonefish, my favorite place. So, yep. On Saturday, started off the day with a lot of errands. I just marked it using one of the littles in the kit and then the little, it is the credit card like sticker there. And the to-go script is from Paper Trail Plans. And I had a couple places to go. Of course, got to go to Starbucks. Anytime I go that way, I go to Starbucks. It's kind of bad, but I do. So went to Starbucks, had to go grocery shopping, pick up an order from Target. Also had to run to CVS and a Dollar Tree. Got back home. Babe had decided that morning that it was a banquet that was scheduled for that night. He decided he wanted to go. So I figured as much was going to happen. I said, so let me go get my errands out now. So we ended up getting dressed and going to the banquet. And ironically enough, the honoree at the banquet, I found out is married to my cousin. Because when I walked in, one of my other cousins was walking in with us. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up? But I know he's also a Mason. So I said, okay. So then when I saw his mom and my great aunt, I'm like, oh, hey, or whatever. Realized like he's sitting at the table. They sitting at the table with more family. And then like, but I didn't really, some of them I definitely know, but a lot of them are a lot older than me. So they would know me more than I would know them. Like as far as like straight off the cuffs. But we ended up like saying hi. And that's when I realized like, oh, shoot, y'all married. And then like my husband and him is in like the same like lodge thing. So I was just like, oh, wasn't that something? So it was nice. And then they ended up having drinks at their house afterwards. So we ended up going to their house, which was nice to kind of hang out and catch up with everybody. So especially because my great aunt, she is the last living sibling of my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, which is crazy because every time I kept looking at her that night, I'm just like, oh my God, all I see is my grandma. All I see is my grandma. All I see is my grandma. Like the grandma's birthday I marked on Thursday is my paternal grandmother, just so you know. Oh shoot, it's over. Yeah, so we was there and we didn't get home until like 1. Definitely slept in on Sunday again. Woke up, made breakfast. Then I called and talked to my mom. We had like a nice old conversation. I watched this webinar that I signed up for about natural childbirth. Did some laundry. I made ramen and I planned. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Here is my pan over of the spread. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe and I'm going to chat with y'all later. Bye.